So yeah, so he basically was at a concert and did a diatribe where he basically was bemoaning the fact that like there's no real friends in the industry, and I think he's hurt by the amount of people that kind of left him by the wayside during the whole Kendrick beef. People that actually were dancing with Kendrick on stage that he thought were friends of his, and so now he's really hurt. But I think from the outside, it always appeared to me that Drake was somebody who was a bit transactional with his relationships. He would jump on certain songs when the song was hot. He would really like to, stand next to people who were really, also got some heat, whatever. So I never saw him
That's
as a
the
type of guy. Just from that,
industry.
that's
That's
the
the
industry. So,
game.
but then when when you're doing those kind of fair weather industry relationships, then don't be surprised when the wind blows in a different direction and you're no longer the cool hot property, like that people don't stand next to you. That's what it is. Like, it's something that on a microcosm, on a tiny level, which I can sort of relate to in a sense where like any friends that I make now that I'm basically a
Famous.
small micro, there we go, a small micro celebrity within the kind of like, oh, I'm a founder, I'm known as a founder, I'm known as an investor. Like when people come to me through that context, I understand that they're coming to me through that context, and that is not the same as somebody who's a friend of mine that I knew from school, who knew me
Hey,
when basically I went shit.
I knew you before you had 10,000 followers. Okay,
Yeah, I
remember
know,
that.
right? I know, right? Listen, when you get 10K followers, doors just open for you, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even
I
remember
knew
your
you.
name no more.
I
Who
knew
are you,
you before.
Abadesi?
I knew you before Soho House membership.
Basically, innit? So those, I know how ridiculous I sound, don't get twisted, like, but those things where, like, if I knew somebody from school and I knew somebody, like, now who let's say they came and pitched me as, to get some investment, I understand what the dynamic is. Like, I understand that I'm here to bring value. I understand that, if I all of a sudden have no value to bring, that I'm not going to sit there and rely on you and say, like, yo, like, let's catch up. It is what it is. Do you understand what I'm kind of saying? In a sense where, like,
Yeah.
I'm sure in your world, people come to you for value, and there are people that come to you
Yeah.
for just who you are.
Yeah.
And
I
the
actually
confusion
had
is what gets people hurt.
Oh yeah, totally. But this is the thing, like I think sometimes, it kind of goes back to industry as well. Like you have to be like realistic about the place that you're operating in. Like one of the things that I found really shocking about industry is that like there's a narrative where someone's basically like being positioned to be the fall guy for like a corporate scandal. And he's like shocked and hurt that the company is willing to do that to him. And I was like, sorry, do you not work at that company? Do you not
Yeah.
see how this company is like so amoral on like a daily basis? And now you're shocked that you're on the receiving end of that lack of morality. And in a similar way, I kind of feel that like there are times where, you can be naive up to a point, and then it gets to the point where you're just not paying attention and you're just not listening. And I think that was my experience, like in startup land, where there are times where I was like, oh, I thought they were my friend. Actually, they just wanted something from me. Actually, they just wanted an intro. And I think it's like understandable, for you to go on that journey and be like, okay, this isn't like a genuine like connection or a genuine friendship. But then it's on you to like put up your boundaries and be clear about like what you expect from people who actually are your friends. You know what I mean? And this is where things like people pleasing come into it. Like, if someone's not for you, like, why are you replying to their messages? Or like, what, if someone isn't for you, why are you like helping them out? Like, it's almost like a sifting process. You need to sift out like who's like genuinely there for you and who isn't. I feel like I found that out the hard way. Like I lost my dad during the pandemic, and there were people who were like chasing me for stuff that I was going to collaborate, with them on. And I would literally be like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't get back to you. My dad is dying. I'm in hospital. And they would be like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Can you get it back to me on like Tuesday? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was like, these are people who I thought were my friends. Like they'd been to my house. They'd like had dinner with me. Like we'd hung out. And I was like, I thought we were like on a level where we were like beyond transactions, and you out here chasing me. And that for me was like it was already a depressing time because of my grief. But like the reaction of people who I thought were friends made it even more depressing, because I then kind of blame myself for being such a poor judge of character.
I mean, you can't blame yourself. It's just part of the parcel. People will reveal what they are and who they are, and then it's up to you to accept that. But it's like, until that reveal, it's not your fault. You just come into it good natured and you expect certain behaviors. And I think where people get messed up is when they start replacing their OG friends with these sort of maybe new friends that come to you because of maybe what you can do for them or who you are. And it's difficult because sometimes those people kind of really massage your ego. Like they might be like, oh man, like Abadesi, like you're a great entrepreneur. I really respect you. Can you mentor me? Can you help me? You're so amazing. And then you might go to your OG friends and they're just like, man, pass the salt, man. Shut up. And some people can't handle that. Yeah, some people are just like, oh, you know what, man? I want to feel momentarily good. So let me go around people that are there for the clout, basically. And then when shit hits the fan, when it's a loss of a loved one, when it's real drama, when it's real,
Yeah.
you need real help, it's, you see the switch up.